Alrighty, so today I'm going to work on priming grenades. What we had set up before is we have delayed grenades, so you can toss a grenade and it will explode in one turn. The counterpoint to that is having primed grenades. So primed grenades allow you to pop the pin in the handle and then you have to throw it early next turn. So there's a few things we need to do here. First of all, we have to have an action that allows you to prime a grenade. That'll set up some sort of effect that essentially says, hey, this person has a live grenade and they're holding it on this they're holding it in this turn. And then the following turn they have to either throw the grenade or wear the explosion. So essentially they have to throw the grenade. So essentially that'll unlock a throwing ability which throws the grenade to a particular location. So yeah, I'm not sure how exactly to go about those things yet. So we're just gonna have to see what we see and work our way through it. Alright, grenades. Alright, this is going to be a bit wasteful, but let's make a throw primed grenade ability. It just uses all of this and removes a few things that we don't need to have in there. No, we're not going to go with a ticking effect. And we don't even apply weapon damage because the way this will work instead is remove that effect. Yeah, the way this will work instead is it will remove the concealment rule. It will instead use throwing effects, and that is pretty easy to do. That we just use throwing grenade effects equal true, and that'll make sure that it searches the grenade to get the effect in place. So throw primed grenade is that. Ability icon behavior HUD. Alright, I'm going to do some research into this one and find the right setting for this. Nope, don't do any of that stuff. Alright, so we want ability template. Ability icon. Ability icon behavior. Okay, where's the data structure? X2 game, where's struct, tactical game core, right, show if available. Hide if other available. Only hides if another named ability is available. Righto. So we're going to have an ability trigger on a non-ability trigger, a conditional that says this thing will only be available in certain cases. and I have to find out what those cases are. Let's have a look. See. Alright, so here's the shooter condition for a grenade launcher ability. So that's saying that if you've got a grenade launcher, you won't get this ability. It's saying that you won't get it if you're dead. And there'll be probably a X2 condition for effect. So, effect name. So theoretically, we have a condition that requires a particular effect. Let me have a look at an example of unit effect being used. So the shooter must have frenzy default effect name. Right. So yeah, we have an effect name, and then there's what else there? Unit effects, effect name, and then reason. Add required effect reason. Okay, AA unit is frenzied. Okay, so I guess that comes from the effect. So I'll just have to make sure that I have that in my own effect. Okie dokie. So we have a ticking grenade effect. Launch grenade. Alright, let's have prime grenade. Alright. It's not a thing that can use salvo. No, I can do it with salvo. So if we prime a grenade, then, and we're not gonna, maybe for a balanced choice, we're gonna make it so that you can't actually prime grenades if you make use of, yeah, you're not gonna be able to prime grenades if you have a grenade launcher. So that's like one way in which the grenade launcher, you get all the range, but you get less sort of tactical versatility, so it becomes more like a mortar. Right, yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's keep on going. And we don't have a targeting method. We just trigger it. It's not targeted on any particular place. So let me have a look at how a run and gun works, because run and guns are similar, like you're just doing a particular thing. So let me look at the ranger ability set. Run and gun. Lol. Okay. Run and gun. knowledge. It doesn't have a targeting method. Ability, target style, self-target. Alright, yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. We have ability, target style. It's just a self-target thing, so we can get rid of that. Get rid of radius multi-target. We can get rid of, keep the conditions. Get rid of the grenade condition. Check friendly fire. Maybe not. Add shooter effect occlusions. We'll get rid of the targeting method. And we'll get rid of the damage preview. Show activation and skip fire action. Cross classes, we won't do that, but we will. What is it? In the template, there's a message that shows. What is it again? So what we want to do is we want to just show a little little tick, and I'll put it in localization eventually, but I just want to start off by just dropping it in. Where is it? Lock flyover text is the one I want. Might even be able to add the name, but once we put it into localization. Okay, so next up, we have that we want to apply an effect. Self-target on that one. That looks nothing like this effect. Alright, so we want in small unit tactics or small unit tactics classes, we need a small unit tactics effect, primed grenade. And maybe we can do this without an effect component. Maybe we can't. If we want listeners, we need an effect component. So yeah, we'll just have to roll with that. Game state effect ticking grenade. Game state effect. Yes, I'm not doing this the most efficient I could, but again, I don't know this very well, so this will not be a bad place to start. Alright, launched is not my concern. Source grenade is my concern. I'll keep the detonate grenade. But okay, get the source grenade. Alright. This has nothing to do with that. Alright. Effect primed grenade. So this one's inherently different because it's going to be responding to things like dropped grenades and all that sort of stuff. So a few things going on there, and we're not really doing anything for visualization. So let's clean up all this. And clean up all this. Yeah, we're not doing nothing there. Don't even want an event listener there. Alright. So, we will end a turn on this one. Consume all points, no matter what, when you prime a grenade. That's what we'll do. Already consumed the ammo at this point, so we're not going to use the ammo cost for the second action. It'll instead be an action point cost, which you're sort of forced to take on. Right. This is all a bit random, so I might just start off with seeing if the primed effect actually works, and then go from there. So, primed grenade, weapon manager. So, SUT, prime grenade. And SUT, throw primed grenade. Alright, we'll go for a special icon for this one. I think it's cook grenade is the one I'm looking for. Yep. Right. Hopefully it's coming from the same place, the charges. Alright, what do we do next? Well, we try and run it, I guess. Missing one thing though, we want the primed grenade effect. Ticking primed. And we need to bring the ticking stuff down here as well. that all out before ticking to primed as well. Alright. And what we'll do is we'll just try and do it and see what happens. Alright, launched. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Use it? Cool. Alright. Just made a mistake. Fixing now. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's have a look-see. frag grenade. Oh, the ability didn't show. That's a shame. That still works though, right? In fact, I might just test a change that was made recently. Got to add a utility. Not in primary, in utility. And I want to add a flashbang grenade. Oh, nice. Managed to crash the game. How about that? Oh well. Alright, prime grenade and throw prime grenade were not function called, which explains why it didn't work. Alright, let's try that again. So once it works, what do I want the rules to be? Like, I almost want to force it so that you can't move unless you throw. There's pretty much no case where you're going to want to drop the grenade at your feet, so we can probably safely say that we want to disallow any other actions if you've got a primed grenade in your hand. So there is a commitment. If you're going to prime a grenade, you essentially have to throw it. But it's worth it because you get damage on contact. Like it's definitely a trade-off that you're going to want to make, as if you want to do damage with your grenades rather than just use them for area control. Okay, I couldn't find it. Throw frag grenade. Throw grenade. Alright, so this one's showing because there's no conditional that's saying, hey, you can't throw that yet. So we need that in place. So this one. What about this one? Okay, so that one there I think is the priming action. Yep, so you primed it. And it shouldn't have unconcealed, but it did. I didn't get the flyover, unfortunately, so I'll need to figure out why that is. That's okay. Alright. Let's start to clean this all up. So, XCOM game int. effect, and then prime grenade. Prime grenade. Prime grenade will be forced to throw grenade immediately next turn. Okay, let's start us off. What else do we need? We have a condition that we need to put on throw primed grenade that detects whether the effect primed grenade is in place. Just gonna have a look at other uses of X2 condition. Has cocoon on it. Okay. Get the names just fine, but I didn't realise there was these status effects to go with it. Either way. Throw primed grenade. Require effects. Alright, throw primed grenade requires effect. Let's see that local X2 condition unit effects. Required effects. We don't need the proxy stuff too either. All that, it's unnecessary. Right, so that one comes from small unit tactics dot effect dot primed grenade default effect name. I wonder if it comes like I'll find out where that comes from. I guess unit is not borrowed. Unit is not borrowed. Oh, not in here. Of course not. So why is that string not there? Okay. Maybe it doesn't need it. Just make something up. AA holding primed grenade. That's what I'm interested in. Okay, and then once it's there, then it doesn't. Oh, cook grenade, wrong way around. I might actually, while I'm at it, I'll get the right one for cook grenade, because it does exist in the icon set. Oh, it is called prime grenade. I thought it was called cook grenade. Okay, prime grenade. And that isn't even prime grenade. I want that for primed grenade. But we can also go with overrides. Throw prime grenade can go on the override as well. So we have a clearly different icon for each case. Oopsie, I've accidentally closed mod buddy. Possibly. We'll see what it looks like. Otherwise, we'll have to make our own. Yeah, so throwing a grenade with a delayed explosion and priming a grenade to throw a grenade will both be options. And I don't know, you may have missed it, but I did say that I'm thinking like priming grenades will only be an option when you do it by hand. So if you've got the grenade launcher, you get the benefit of the additional range, but you get less of the alpha straight capability. You don't get that range. So instead, you'll have to be a bit more. In order to use grenades in that way, you'll have to be a bit more creative. It's more of an area control aspect rather than a thing that's guaranteed to do damage. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out, and that's what I want to try to start off with, and just see how it works. The idea being that maybe you can get some different ways to approach a situation. But either way, I want to be able to make grenades stronger without making them imbalanced, and one of the best ways I think of doing that is making them more situational. So forcing you to exert more control over the battlefield in order to actually bring them to bear. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Alright, so what are we just trying to test? We're just trying to test if things show up in the right place here. I don't think my effect will work or anything like that, so... Oh, maybe it will, actually. Maybe it will. Because we're doing an ability shooter effects thing, so maybe we'll get the grenade ability the next turn. So yeah, we'll see if that works, I guess. Yeah, we'll run cook, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Alright, okay. So what's going on here is because it uses thrown grenade effects, it's using the override locational text. I forgot seeing this before. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a way to stop that from happening. Because yeah, the moment you have the flag of template.b use thrown grenade effects, a whole bunch of other stuff is implicitly done for you. But it looks like we've got our throw now. So let's see if it explodes. That's it. So because that doesn't have any ammo cost, and because I'm not removing the effect, that might still have an effect. I might be able to throw more grenades next turn, and we'll see that in a moment, I guess. You dumb bugger. Oh no, I can fix that. The ability I can set to concealment. I'm pretty sure. Because my throw grenades, I've got it not breaking concealment when you throw the grenades. So I think we're all good there. Alright, so I've still got the grenade because I haven't ended the effect. So I need to make sure to remove the effect. Yes, very sure. Everything's going to hell. Alright, let's move on. So first off, priming a grenade. E, hostility, offensive. So I just changed the concealment rule to conceal always. Yeah, fixing the visualization is going to be a little by little thing. Really, we'll get there. Alright, so skip fire activation, that's all good. What's not all good is that our localization gets overwritten. So let's address that first. Ability. Game state ability. I'm pretty sure that's where I saw this. B used want yeah, that might make sense. Remove the CineScript camera type stuff. Okay, get summary ability. Get help text from the unit state. Get my friendly name. Here we go. Thrown ability name. Oh man. Well, prime grenade should be fine. I'm not sure why prime grenade was having a sad. And throw grenade, it's probably okay. So prime grenade, use throw grenade. I've got thrown grenade effects on there. I shouldn't have had that. So throw prime grenade, I've got use thrown grenade effects. So it's all good. So our prime grenade localization should look fine. So I guess the other thing is I want to make it so that you can't do anything else. Like the next turn, the only thing you should be allowed to do is throw that grenade, and we'll remove the ammo charges from the HUD as well, so that it doesn't get mistaken as a thing that you can do, or rather the X0. Oh wait, so the use ammo charges is fine for the priming of a grenade, but for throwing a primed grenade, we want to remove those ammo charges. Alright, what's next? We need... Yeah, visualization wise, that feels right. Yeah, so now I want to cancel out other abilities based on the fact that I've got this one. So how do we go about doing that? Where would I find an example of that? So what I really want is part of this effect to be denying all abilities. So maybe there's a spotted, stunned. Stunned to just remove AP. I don't want to remove AP, I want to remove abilities. Fire? Burning. Burning removes certain abilities, certain melee abilities, but it's probably the other way around, and they say, hey, you can't do this when burn damage is on. Because we go to say, look at a faceless. X2 ability faceless. It has a skiving claws ability. Yeah, and exclusions has a burning. So what I could do is just add an exclusion that is literally just a big old bag of every single we could just iterate over every single ability and add an exclusion that says if you've got a primed grenade in your hands, you can't do nothing else. That could work. Yeah, that could work. Oh, that's skip exclusions. Is it? Shooter effect exclusions. Array name, skip exclusions. Shooter effect exclusions. Was that something else? Sorry, yeah, you're totally right. I was looking at it in a completely different way. I shouldn't have. Right. Alright, X2 ability template. Oh right, it just adds an exclusion. So it's literally just a shortcut for that process. That's fine. I can use that. But it's I can't use that directly because it's doing it like this. But that's fine. I already know how to write one that adds my own exclusions, so that's not. Yeah, and that's all fine. Like all I'm doing is adding one exclusion to essentially every single ability, and I'm not allowing mobility, I guess. Yeah, I'm disallowing movement and deactivating every ability. So it's a bit heavy-handed, but let's do lockdown abilities. When primed grenade. That's essentially what I'm looking to do, is iterate through every single template and do just that. And I'm going to be doing it this way, get template names. Roger that. Good point. Yeah, that makes sense. So only things with targeting abilities, anything that's non-passive. How does moving work? How would I disable movement, I wonder? I'll just have to look into it. Ability template. Does it have shooter conditions though? Like I'm just wondering, like essentially I want to put the kibosh on any ability that requires movement, or like any ability that that is non-passive. I mean, consumes AP is maybe a way to sort that out, but there are some abilities that are free, so that's not a good metric. I'm just wondering what's the right way to check that my ability template is actually the right one. That my ability template is worthy of removing this effect. But I will have a look at that in a moment to figure out what's going on. Okay, so that's essentially what we want to do. Now we need to get our conditional for establishing that that is in fact what we want to do. Alright, so standard ability set. Would ability target style make sense? Because anything that's passive, let's go look at a passive, I guess. Okay, we've got a bunch of target styles. Maybe we can use one of these. Let's look at passive. What's a passive? Untouchable is a passive. Ability target self, which is no good. Ability trigger though, maybe ability trigger is better. Player input trigger, I think would work. Yeah, I think player input's going to be right, because if we check on player input, then yeah, I think that's worth a shot, because player input is definitely, like, anything non-passive is going to involve player input to activate. So yeah, feels like a good rule. Worth a shot. Alright. So if template.ability_triggers.find, template.ability_triggers.find default.player_input trigger could possibly be the go. So we're going if ability template dot ability triggers dot find class x2 ability dot default dot player input trigger. Does not equal index none, then that means that it is a candidate, and then we do our thing, which is to add this exclusion effect. Alright, pretty heavy-handed, but we'll see if it works. What am I doing? X2 downloadable content. Lockdown abilities when primed grenade held. King of verbosity. Alright. Alright, well let's see if that crashes everything or not, and then go from there. Didn't like it. 258, what did I do wrong? Did something wrong. Alright. Oh, data templates. My bad. Can't access protected variable player input trigger in X2 ability. Alright, I'll just do a cycle over it, I guess. Okay, X2 ability trigger player input. There's a lot of things checking on that anyway. But, good thing, we've got some code that says, hey, that's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Okay. Alright, so we'll get rid of all that stuff. Just use the index, ability template, and not be input triggered. I don't care about that. Yep, use that to determine whether it is in fact an input ability, and then just use that as the case here. So if B input ability, then I know for a fact that I do this. More build errors. 276. What did I do wrong? Template. Fix that up with ability template. What about now? You like it now? You're right. Alrighty, let's have a crack. I kind of feel like I want to potentially make movement, not one of these abilities. Oh, hello. Whoops. Whoops. Add excluded effect. I made a mistake. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, I kind of want to have a case where, like say, you could run at excluded effect. I just guessed. What's the actual thing? X2 unit condition effect condition unit effects. Add exclude effect of one character off. Okay. It had a short Levenstein distance. So yeah, I was thinking eventually what I might do is have it do a what's it called? Like you can also move. And what that'll do is, like, at the end of the player's turn, it just blows up on the ground. So you can sort of ditch and run if you want. Like if you add, like your position's been compromised, so you like pop the grenade, you're like waiting there, and then you know you get flanked, so you got to run, but you don't have enough time to throw the grenade or something like that, so you just drop it at your feet. And like just figuring that out is going to be a case of, all right, well, let's figure out what's the most fair. I just don't want to I want it to be committing. Obviously, it's a committing action, but yeah, I just wonder how much punishment is too much punishment if something goes wrong with that commitment. Anyway, let's see how this goes. We'll go from there. So after we've done this, like the garden path sort of works, but the grenades won't yeah, the effect won't get removed, so we've got to figure out what to do with that. Alright. Prime grenade. Prime grenade. Of course. So I forgot to add to my exclusion list the actual throw prime grenade ability. How silly. Alright, well, I get to think about this some more. I'm assuming the for each has a continuous statement. Seems like it has. Yeah, anyway. Things that can happen. You can get shot. You can get stunned. There's like anything that incapacitates you should cause you to drop the grenade. If you end the second turn without doing anything with that trooper, the grenade explodes. What else? Yeah, there's a few things that go on. The drop grenade cases are weird because we want it to be like, okay, there's a danger area right there now that you have to avoid, and it will blow up at the end of the turn. Some funky glasses right there. Alright, so hopefully this time we don't get this soft lock where I can't do anything. Nope. Missing lock. Ah, right, so lock help text from ability template. It's interesting. But we do have our frag grenade. Forgot to move. I'll do that next turn. Or try to move. But it looks like movement, just like standard movement, seems to not work. Howdy, Ladvi. How you doing? So I've got the grenade again, because I do. Ah, and the movement command is up. Ah, but it doesn't let me. So the moment I try and do it, it's like, no, you can't do that. I guess that's okay, because you've got the plan, and as I said, I sort of want to possibly give players a chance to sort of drop out of that one, so I'm not going to worry about that bit of polish. That's not really necessary. But what we do have to deal with is the fact that grenades can be thrown, or not, right now. Actually, it looks like if you try and move, so if I try and move, and then try and throw the grenade, it doesn't like it. Yeah. So he'll be able to throw the grenade still. Alright, let's see if that bug persists to the next turn. That could be a problem. I just have to tell people not to try and try and move. So it's probably important that I either fix the movement issue or get rid of I mean, the thing is that I could also reduce mobility to 0 when the primed grenade effect is in place, and that should deal with the UI there. Yeah, because this messes up the targeting completely, so now I can't even use those guys in a particular way. But that's okay. Yeah, we can make the effect reduce mobility down, and that'll handle it. Alright, let's jump on out. Alright, so we've got an effect of ambient suppression. Get to hit modifiers. Wonder if we can do some, what's it called, some stat modifiers. Modify stats. Alright, so I probably want to have my effect also use modify stats. New effect state. Stat changes. Dot length equals 0. Okay. primed grenade, effect primed grenade. Currently we're inheriting from persistent. We can inherit from modify stats safely. By the looks of it. Just going to see how stat changes gets used. Modify stats. On effect added change. Where does that change get applied? Okay, new target state, new game state. Okay, so that should be all good. And we'll make the stat mobility. And we'll take the stack amount and make it a shed load. Yeah, there's probably a better way to do that. I wonder what negative mobility looks like. Anyway, we'll see what that does to the visualization. Alright, okay. Alrighty, so let me think about this. You making a joke, or are you like, does it literally path backwards? So I have to make sure I have to check the unit's mobility before I do this, or? All right, that's classic. So all right, so if that's the case, I just want to see it happen then. I mean, I've already got a problem. I'll see what it shows in the pathing. Right. So we've got this player turn, so grenade effect state on turn begun. And then what's the other one on player turn end? Or player turn ended? Would that be the one I'm looking for? Player turn ended, cool. Okay, in case you're wondering, oh wait, no, it rendered for me just fine. The Hebrew character, I mean, Elad. Right. Okay, effect, primed grenade. On explosion turn. Okay, so when we get turn begun, oh, I am in the wrong place. And that's always going to be false anyway. Right. Game state, effect, primed grenade. Bar, bool, on explosion turn. Oh gee, how long has it been since I've done some state object work? I forget. Well, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we've got a game state that we're in. XCOM game state, cool. So we want to make a new game state. So when am I interrupting? On state submitted. So I need to submit a new game state if I'm going to do it on unstate submitted, don't I? Rubber jumper, help me, please. Yeah, right. So let me do one of the ones that are in an effect game state, XCOM game state effect. Surely there's some. Oh no, they'd all be made as part of effect, wouldn't they? That's okay. Change state container, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm submitting a new game state, that's what I'm doing. Alright. Something like that. Alright, so what do I want to do? I want to create state object. Local small unit tactics game state effect prime grenade. New effect state. My super verbose names. Ah, am I allowed to do that? That's nice. Right, object ID. Yeah, all that's correct by my reckoning. Right, so new game state effect, new effect state dot on explosion turn equals true. New game state dot add state object. New effect state. And that's it. And then I can remove the begin turn listener. That's fine. I'm not going to detonate the grenade. On turn ended. So if we're on explosion turn, we're in trouble. So if we're on explosion turn, so this means after it's begun, so that's being removed. If on explosion turn, then detonate grenade. Yes. And when it does this, so we've gotten the detonate grenade ability. Source grenade. That's all good. Effect, apply effect parameters, target location. So what we're instead going to do is rather than applying, oh, this is interesting, because we just want an area of effect to drop right at our feet. And I reckon the input context would not automatically do that. So what we're sort of looking like is, say when a barrel explodes, does that have an ability? Does anybody know that one? Because I reckon that's sort of, there's an answer there in that. Explosive device detonate. Oh yeah, no, I want to leverage the ability, but I want to get the target locations. Yeah, no, I want the ability. I'm just wondering where I get the targets for location. I'll look at what the shape of ability input context is and then deal with it then. So apply effect parameters. We're looking at tactical data structures. Gimme. Tactical data structures. Ability input context. Target locations. Holds an array representing the location of a target. In some cases, also holds the location of the primary target. Vector. Oh hey, it's not the whole vector, so it must be give me full screen. It's an array of vectors, so it should just be one location. So I should be able to get away with it just by saying, hey, use the location of our unit, and we're good to go, I think. So we've got the unit, we can just literally use his location. Just give me a vector location for this guy. I'm just looking for a method or something that'll give me the vector location for our unit, and then we're good to go. Maybe I'm just missing it in the variables. I'm seeing tile location, but not the could always convert the tile location to let me look for tile location. I'm sure there's cases where we're converting tile location to vector. It's probably the most accurate way to do this. Get position from tile coordinates 183. Oh, X world. Local vector detonation location. Instead of using the applied input, we're going to take all this stuff. That means detonation location goes here. Where does target come from? Available target. Alright, that's a fill, isn't it? Let me double check that. So, fill, gather additional. Targets for location. Yep, that's an out, so that's all good. So we do that. We've got target locations. Oh, right, okay. So now we've got activatability. Action dot available targets. Alright, activatability. That's what we want to look at now. Target locations. Alright, this one's unfortunate because we've got a effect apply effect parameters, target location. action available targets. We've got that already, so maybe we can use it. What's that action, actually? Perform action, available action. It's probably in dataset structures as well. Let's find available action in here. Sorry, I should show this. Available action. Seven. There are certain things that mine completely doesn't like, and that looks like it. Available targets. Maybe we can use that. My Vim loses itself the moment I get into files like these. Alright. Let's get rid of that. What time is it? 1:29. Alright. Area of effect is hacky. Area of effect is hacky? Really? Yeah, of course not. So the UI and player are responsible for building the target. So I might have to build it out of the way the targeting method does it. Target locations. The target locations, it's an array of vectors. An array of vectors. So it stands to reason that x2 targeting grenade method could provide those targets. Target locations. Ability confirm ability container. Okay. Let's have a look see then. Ability container. Target locations. Cool. Alright. Get target locations. Additional target locations. But this only gets one. Is that enough? Maybe it is. Get additional targets. Oh yeah, right. Okay. Yep, and then we get additional targets for location, which uses get splash radius center. But we're already doing that, so we might be alright. Because we've already got the targets, and then we just give it the splash radius center, which is the target location, which is the thing we care about. Local array vector. I'm just going to try it because all this conjecture isn't going to help me. But if you've just written the code for me, that's great. Which line am I looking at? That's neato. Target locations dot add item detonation location. Alright, that's everything I'm going to do. I'm going to go log should explode. Don't explode yet. And then log will explode soon. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna call it for tonight, but we're making steady progress. Alright, bug. Show me my bugs. Here. What else? 3 errors. Bad or missing expression from unit, get position from tile coordinates, game state effect, primed grenade, and 20 new game states. Alright, local XCOM game state, new game state, and I'm missing an expression for unit number 76, which is probably just source unit. That's it. Submit new game state. Alright. Did it wrong. Okay. That'll do. Alright, and then somewhere here it'll explode here, otherwise it removes the primed grenade effect. Alright, we'll see what happens here. Blech. Okie dokie. Hey RoboJumper, I've got someone in the forums asking whether HTTP requests are possible in mods. Is that possible or not possible? Cool. I'm giving him a link to the Discord so he can have to pass Bitewise though. Yeah. So it won't be quite so simple. Alright. Alright. Let's prime a bunch of grenades. Don't explode yet. That was the end turn, listeners. Will explode soon, right? And then end turn. Don't explode yet. Will explode soon. Right. So that never called again. I wonder if I need to add a turn to the persistent. I bet I do. Oh, silly me, I unregistered. Yeah, so I'm going to unregister there, and then we'll go from there. Sorry, I'll make that one my last one, because I'm not going to accept that one. Alright, last round. Let's see how we go. Alright, I might just get off the high ground while doing this. Alright, 9. Okay, so we've got a will explode soon, as intended, and now if we end turn, oops, just going to bring everything back up again. There we go. Alright, let's end turn. Should explode. Theft, none, source unit. Oh. Should be the same as the target unit, I guess. Oh, I didn't get the source unit. Moron. Alright, that one didn't count. Now it counts. Alright, let's try again. One more time. How long am I going for? 2 hours. Jeez. Long session. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we'll jump off the high ground again. Get seen by civvies, and then prime grenades. Oh, that's right, we broke concealment, so they're all going to come and get me. Alright, we'll explode soon, end turn. Where are my damage rolls? Should explode. Detonate grenade. Success. Miss, 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 miss. That was odd. Okay, nothing visualized at all. And we're down a grenade. And no damage was sustained? No, no damage was sustained. Alright. Well, next time we'll have to figure out why exactly that behaved as it did. I guess it was to do with, like, I'm going to have to just emulate how it fills out. So I'll probably have a look at your paste bin and go from there. Which I will bookmark somewhere so that I don't lose it. Alright, thanks for your help, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully we can get this primed grenade behavior working well soon. Yeah. Alright. Alright, done. Catch you around.